Hello, Facebook. Hello, everybody.
Hello. It is August
18th.
August 18th. It is what time at night?
9:45-ish.
9. Hello.
How are you?
We came to
Aw.
We have to go mosey on around here because you all was
I'm
We're
sorry. We did a catering job
We had
tonight,
two
but we're
big-
closed. That's all good.
That's all good.
We're
It's all
closed
good.
Tuesdays and Wednesdays, so
Closed
yeah.
Tuesdays and
I
Wednesdays.
can never remember that.
Yeah. Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
She's from the city.
Nice to
Nice
meet
to
you.
meet you.
We just retired.
Brooklyn.
Correctional.
Oh,
excellent.
congratulations.
So she came up to visit and I was going to take her to.
Oh,
well,
we're sorry.
We'll see you soon then.
Okay.
Have a great night.
Thanks.
All right.
So
Hello.
we're
Thanks,
closed
everybody.
today. We are closed today. It's Tuesday, Wednesday. Tuesday, Wednesdays we're closed. Today's Wednesday. But we had some day.
We were busy.
We didn't go out for our
It wasn't really a day
my
off,
gosh.
that's for sure.
So I didn't go for my daily run until what time? 8 o'clock tonight.
I didn't work out till 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. I hit the track tonight at 8 o'clock.
We both hit the
For
track.
we both hit the track tonight for our daily run workout at 8 o'clock. Usually we do that much earlier in the day.
Yeah.
Usually the latest I go is 4 o'clock for my run. If it's 1 or 2 miles, it's 4 o'clock. 8 o'clock today. So whirlwind day. So what do we do today?
We catered a lunch.
Catered a lunch today.
Off premise.
Off premise.
We catered a dinner on premise
premise.
for the same family.
I went to a grant meeting and did a couple of proposals. We'll talk about that though, because that was an odd situation. And then, let's see. So we did lunch today, off premise.
Marcus, that's what we did today. We
Off
catered.
premise. We catered. We catered all day. We
Are
catered.
you looking for something else that we did?
I don't know. What did we do?
And we worked out.
This is supposed to be we're supposed to be interesting. We're restaurant owners.
I
This
know,
is
but
super
that
interesting.
was a lot that we did today. I actually just told somebody, I said, now Marcus wants to do a Facebook Live. I have no rest or relaxation ever.
We are drinking a bottle of Domaine Le Sierra.
I actually wanted to just get right into bed after we catered tonight and ran, right?
Yeah.
But thanks everybody for watching. We got a lot of people on, Marcus. So
We had a
thank
lot
you
of people.
everybody. Hello
Yeah.
Stan, because he says I never say hello to him. Hello Ralph. Hello Karen. I know there's other people on. Adam.
Aileen.
Craig. You see, and Aileen.
Aileen's on, yep.
Aileen.
Yep, so a bunch of people on. The number up there in the corner is nice and right there. That number's nice. So we got a good amount of people on. So we did this lunch off premise. It was a taco bar, right? Mm-hmm. Taco bar, fajitas, tacos. We did it at the Lundy Estate, which is an Airbnb locally here. They have some guests staying there. We cater a lot more Airbnbs than more and more these days because Airbnbs are super popular. Super popular. Our Airbnb is booked all week. This week, the weekend. I mean, it's crazy what we got going on at the Airbnb. So this all out taco bar, fajitas, quesadillas. It was really, really cool. The food was, I made like what, a gallon of guacamole today or something. It was a lot. It was a lot.
all gone too. The guacamole was gone.
Gone.
Everything was gone. That was gone. The
That was gone. The
yeah.
guacamole was really, really good.
I never got any.
We did some sirloin steaks that I marinated in some chili fiesta spice, which is a
nice.
Frontier product, Frontier organic.
They
co-op.
loved the chicken and the steak.
Did
so,
they?
Yeah, they loved
Yeah,
that.
Jamie went to do it. I stayed here. I had a business meeting, and then I did.
You know, if anybody is ever interested in catering with us or helping us, drop a comment, private
see
message.
us.
Come see us. Yeah, we always need some extra.
Because tomorrow
hands.
you're doing a dinner off premise.
I am.
And Friday you're doing a dinner
Dinner
off
off
premise. And 2 more off premise dinners.
Yes.
So literally, we are turning away a lot of business this year. And it's not because we don't have the staff. It's because we don't have the kitchen space. Like if we had a bigger kitchen that we could store things, we could easily knock out more parties. And people are calling us right now for like breakfasts, and it's like we don't even begin to like quote them because we just don't have enough space for it. And like I said, we have plenty of staff. In fact, all of our staff, like I could give more hours to a couple more people, one more person in the kitchen, and on the floor here we could give some more hours. So it's not like that we're short staffed. We're short spaced for the amount of volume. Right. Our kitchen is small. If you've ever been here and peeked in our kitchen, folks, that's it. Our kitchen is very small. We have a walk-in refrigerator downstairs. We have some chest freezers in our office. I looked at Jamie the other day and said, "We need a new freezer," and I'm just gonna go out and buy a walk-in freezer because we need the space. And she's like, "Just do it. Get it done." Working out of a couple chest freezers is not adequate.
No, it's not.
And if we literally had a new kitchen in the back, if we went out 16 feet and did seating on top of it, did a garden, we would be a home run. Which leads me into the next topic. I went to this grant meeting today here in Ellenville. You know, there's always grant money that villages, communities, municipalities are always pitching to the state to try to win certain grants that come into their municipality. And I guess there's a certain grant right now that's worth like $10 million that you have a lot of municipalities competing against. And so this happens every couple of years, every 2 years. So Ellenville gathers up people, businesses, and do your pitch, this and that, and they turn into the state. And out of 50 municipalities, 1 or 2 will get these grant monies throughout the state. So I went to a meeting, kind of uninvited. It was like a speakeasy for grants.
You love controversy.
It wasn't.
This is right up your alley.
It wasn't really like something that was publicized to all the businesses here in town, which is quite odd. So I went to this meeting that's like a speakeasy for grants, and I went uninvited. I just went because it's public money. It's public money, and it can be awarded to businesses, and it's just odd the way that they invite people here in Ellenville. So that's all I want to say. It's just very odd. It was speakeasy for grant meetings, so to speak. So I put in a pitch. I had 3 pitches that I spent all afternoon, Jamie. I spent all afternoon.
That's what you did today.
All afternoon I spent doing 3 pitches. And I knew what the topics were because I was just like, this is what I want to do. This being in Ellenville for 18 years in business, we know what the village needs. I know 100% what the village needs. I know what our business needs. We need a new kitchen.
We do.
We need a new kitchen. I need more space. We need more space. We can do a lot more catering on premise and in the local area if we had a bigger kitchen space. We're short of space. I could use $100,000 grant money. I could use a nice project like that.
Yes.
I also know that our grocery store that we've been doing is, we're short on space again. If I had a retail space that I could put up the equivalent of what Italy is to the farm to table movement. Italy in New York City is this amazing Italian store, Mario Batali and the Bastianiches.
Are they still open?
They're still open, and they're in Chicago too. They created this amazing mecca for Italian products and Italian wines. So I could do that. You and I can do that. I don't mean to say I. You and I can do that with farm to table New York products and New York wine with 471 wineries in New York State. We have great relationships with 50 of them, and we can pull in some amazing wines. Do a wine shop. And this is in the vicinity. We could do another location, and keep continuing our farm to table groceries, and do an exhibition kitchen where we actually can teach classes, get winemakers in, get guest chefs in, have an institute there. Do a huge wine store, have communal space. So
the bottom line is that we had a vision 18 years ago, and we came here to Ellenville. Yep. I was born and raised here. You were here, but we brought Aroma Time and we put it in Ellenville because we have a love for this area.
We do.
And we want to see
not
good
newcomers.
Things happen here. And so we have ideas, and we have big ideas. You got to think big, right? You got to think big.
Right.
Think big or go home, right? Is that what they say?
We were thinking big. We were thinking big in 2003 to open up a farm-to-table restaurant
in Ellenville
with more expensive food.
Right.
When there was only takeout Chinese and pizzerias. Nothing wrong with pizzerias. Nothing wrong with takeout Chinese. But if the village is known for that, and you're trying to put a fine dining, upscale farm-to-table restaurant, we would go to meetings. We would go to Chamber of Commerce's in New Paltz, Kingston, Orange County, and we remember all these chambers in the beginning, and we would go there and promote Aroma Time. And people would say
Ellenville.
People would say to us, "Why would I go to your restaurant? I'm afraid to park my car in Ellenville." And we just invested like our life savings. We were 30 years old when we opened it up. I was 30, you were 28 or something when we opened up Aroma Time. and the little savings we had, which was our life savings. I had done well for myself as an executive chef. I climbed up in the ranks pretty early and made some really good money, and was smart, and we did a couple good things right. But we put all that money that we had as a 30-year-old and 28-year-old couple. We put everything we had into the restaurant.
We put everything.
And became bankrupt instantly.
Right.
And then got a little more money in the summertime and then became bankrupt again in the wintertime. And that cycle
Continued
happened
for
a couple of
long time.
years. For a couple of years, that cycle continued.
Every January, February.
Yeah. You're riding high.
I will say I remember it very well. Every January, February, should we close?
Should we close? Like, what are we doing here? Like,
Right.
we're out of money. We have to borrow more money. And then you make the money back in the summertime, and it's cash flow. It's all about cash flow. I knew that being in country clubs. But still, there wasn't enough cash flow to cover everything. So each year we acquired a little more debt, a little more debt, a little more debt, took loans, made things work. You know, like it's easy to make accounting things work and make things work if you're not paying bills. And then in 2008, our this is 5 years in, we joined a mastermind group and things changed, but you still had to pay off bills that you accumulated. And we went through a hard time. We got into another business deal back in 2015 that drained a lot of money and made us go into severe debt. And we finally got out of that debt. And so we're doing good again, finally. But we learned a big lesson from that severe debt and that bad business move that we did. So we love Ellenville. We love this area. And there's a lot of people that are coming into the area.
Who are brand new.
Brand new. From New York City, from Brooklyn.
Which is great. Listen, don't get us
Fantastic.
wrong. It is incredibly wonderful to have so many new faces up here.
Yep.
I mean, it really is. It's
Yep.
really great. It's great to
Yep.
see the young, energetic, like us,
Yep.
like we were.
Yep. What's happening? So we're doing a Facebook Live. We're almost done. But there's two people, say two people inside. And then Jamie will be writing. So we're almost done. Those characters, yeah. So we love this place. We love Ellenville. We poured our hearts and souls in here and everything. Our kids went to school here. We went to school here. And so this new grant application that's going out, it's just a little shady what's going on. All the new people that are investing in Ellenville are the only ones that are like putting bids in for stuff. And nobody who's really been here a while it's like I said, that's why I called it a speakeasy of grants, because it's like, am I supposed to be here? Like, I'm an established business, like, am I supposed to like be here, or is like this for other people but it's grant money, it's public money. So that's all with that. I'm not going to start any controversy on that now. People have been asking us how the fire inspection went last week.
He never showed up.
Never showed up.
Still hasn't showed up.
Never showed up. The fire inspector never showed up. Our landlord next door in our office space paid the guy to sit outside for 4 hours. The guy never showed up. It was such an emergency that we had these violations. And it got to this point where it was insane. Because I have violations supposedly that the landlord has to take care of, so I'm trying to fix them, and the inspector won't call me back. The fire inspector, Ken Bova, won't call me back. It's simple, call me back, and what do I have to do to fix it? I'll fix it. I knew it was obvious. I had a lot of clutter. There was a lot of clutter in the alley. So I fixed it. I fixed the clutter. It was simple. I fixed the clutter. But the propane tanks were kind of like in limbo, like their propane tanks have to be gone immediately, was what the report said. And I'm like, well, I know I'm allowed to store propane on my property because I'm allowed to. So I called the fire chief and said, what's safe here? And he goes, well, it's in shade. That's great. This, and this. So I called the fire chief back a couple days later and said, hey, I just wanted to know what you thought. He goes, Marcus, I can't talk to you. I'm like, what do you mean you can't talk to me? He goes, the village does not want me talking to you. You have violations and I can't help you. I'm like, you're the fire chief. Like, you're the fire chief in Ellenville. I'm calling you for some help, some suggestions, some input. And because I have violations, the fire chief can't talk to me. I have violations. So I called the village twice and I sent an email to the mayor, the village manager, and the inspector saying, I want to talk, please call me. He's not calling me back. So he tells my landlord that he's not talking to me either. So the guy who's writing the citations is not talking to me. The fire chief is not allowed to talk to me, supposedly. And the fire inspector doesn't show up for his appointment here. Like all like stuff that I shouldn't be dealing with as a restaurant owner. I'm here to make the village better. I'm here to serve a product. I'm here to support local. I'm here to do the right thing and to deal with the village being incompetent and being nitpicky, or being not even nitpicky, because I think it's called selective enforcement. I've pinned on the village in the past with the code enforcer. Selective enforcement. You just want to enforce what you think is going to hinder me, when other people are doing the same exact thing. You're not making a big deal with other people, and it's in plain daylight. And it's selective enforcement. They've had it out for me in the past, and and they have it out for me because I speak my mind. I don't mind speaking my mind, because I feel like I have to. If I'm not going to speak up for myself, who is? Like, who legitimately is going to speak up for me if I don't speak up for myself? So, ton of people on right now, and I wish I could see everybody. I got the comments coming in. Pamela, Greg, Pat. My parents always taught me, speak up for yourself, because if nobody's going to speak up for you except for yourself. So if I feel I'm being dealt something that's not right, I'm going to say, hey, this isn't right. This totally is not right. And if I feel that it needs to be escalate to the next level, I'm going to do that. So I kind of thought that the meeting today for the grant was kind of not right. It was very hush-hush. I feel my opinion was hush-hush. There were certain people in there that were new people into the village, which I love, new people coming in and doing their ideas and doing this and that. But when you want to look at, like, myself, who's been here 18 years, somebody like Gennaro at Gabby's, who's been here 13 years, you have Lewis down the street here, I can see him right now, who's been open for 5 years. Like, come to us. Like, what do we need? Like, I need a new kitchen. I could use a new kitchen to continue to support local farm to table. I could use a new space to have an expedition kitchen, to create an institute, to do education, to sell more New York wine, to keep doing with our market space that I have no more space to do in here. Like, I legitimately need space, and money would help do that. And grant money would be a immensely important step for me moving forward with that kind of stuff, because it would help. It would give me more of an incentive to do it. So, I just speak up and about things. And so many people are like, well, Marcus, you're not liked because you speak up. I'm not liked because I speak up. Like who? Like I have rights. Like, I have certain things. Like, I have, just as much right as anybody else to any kind of grant money, or to have a fair inspection here, and not be selectively enforced. I have the same rights that everybody else does. And I'm sorry if I feel that, I can petition my government here locally to make things more fairer, then I'm going to do that. I'm going to make things more fairer for myself. And, and sometimes people don't speak up. So that's all that is about. So, how's it going? So it's just, a matter of doing what I love to do here at the restaurant, Jamie and I, supporting local, and keep growing and moving in a forward direction. And that's it, folks. So super busy day today here at the restaurant. Tomorrow I'll be in the office early, hopefully getting 1 or 2 more chapters done on my book. My book is done. My new book is done. Recipes for Success During COVID. That book is done. It's just a matter now of Mike Machetta saying squeaky wheel, yeah. So my book is done. I'm just going through the proofing phases, and then it goes back to the editor, and the cover's already done. And Gerald Salente is doing my forward. I'm super excited about Gerald Salente from Trends Journal doing my forward. Really awesome. If you look up Gerald Salente, Trends Journal, the guy is just an awesome guy on political forecaster. Don't mean to bring politics into this, but he's a political forecaster. He tells you how it is, and just really awesome that he's doing that. Good friend of mine that loves our restaurant. I've done videos with him on his channel before. So, good night. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Be back in the office tomorrow at 6 a.m. proofreading my book. Doing a couple of phone calls. I have to catch up on some coaching phone calls, and then cater this big dinner. And then I'm working on the line tomorrow night. Michelle, our chef, is on vacation until Monday with her family in Florida. Sent a picture today of her and her kids in Disney, I think. Yeah, Disney. So that's awesome. She's back on Monday. And so I'll be in the kitchen all weekend, folks. And that's it. That's a wrap for tonight. Hope everybody has an amazing day. Have an amazing day. And talk to you tomorrow. And looking for the finish button.